Welcome aboard Alex's Animal Ark. My name is Alex and I will be your guide to all the amazing animals that live on our planet. Today we will be learning about the bald Wakari, which was requested by Todd Hospodarski. So what is a bald Wakari? To start with, they're a medium-sized primate about the size of a house cat. They get their name from their bald heads, which are usually bright red. They can reach weights between 2.75 and 3.45 kilograms, and lengths between 15 and 22.5 inches. The males usually average about 17.9 inches in length, and the females average about 17 inches in length. Bald Wakaris can live between 15 to 20 years in the wild, and up to 30 years in captivity. Their heads are bright red due to a combination of thinner epidermis and more capillaries in their face. The red color is a sign of health, so the redder their face, the better, and if their face is pale, it usually means they are sick. This is commonly due to malaria. They also have very sharp fangs, which are good at ripping apart fruit. Their bodies are covered in a long, shaggy coat that comes in several variations of blonde, orange, brown, or red. This is also a good way to tell the subspecies apart because they each have different coat colors. Like most monkeys, bald Wakaris typically have long legs, arms, toes, and fingers, but unlike other monkeys, they have a very short tail that only reaches 5 inches in length. So where can you find bald Wakaris? Bald Wakaris are typically found in tropical forests in the Amazonian lowlands that are called floodplain forests or varzea forests since they flood seasonally. They can also be found in other wooded areas. Their favorite habitats are ones with aguajay palm trees. The ranges between the Uakari and Uakari rivers in eastern Peru and western Brazil. There used to be some in southern Colombia, but there are no longer any due to deforestation. So what are some bald Wakari behavior? Bald Wakaris are diurnal and active during the day. During the rainy season of December to May, bald Wakaris are arboreal or tree-dwelling, so they can stay out of the floodwaters. However, during the dry season of August to November, they spend more time on the ground. Bald Wakaris are herbivores and frugivores, which means they eat plants and fruits. Their diet varies depending on the season. In the wet season, they eat a lot of leaves and fruits, since they are in the trees most of the time. During the dry season, they eat fallen leaves and fruit, seeds and roots they forage off the forest floor. Bald Wakaris are typically found in troops of 30 individuals, but they can be found in bigger groups that can have 100 members in them or more, especially when they sleep. These troops typically have a home range of 2 square miles and can travel up to 3 miles a day. During the dry season, they will often go down to the forest floor and forage in groups of 10. Bald Wakaris typically get around by using all 4 limbs, but they can also walk and jump on 2 legs. Breeding season for bald Wakaris is usually between October and May, and the gestation period is 6 months. The females give birth to 1 baby every 2 years. The babies start to wean at about 5 months old when they add fruit to their diets and eventually grow up. The males will eventually leave their birth troop, while the females will stay with their birth troop. Bald Wakaris have interesting communication methods, which include vocalizations, facial expressions, pheromones, and body language. Their bald heads are also very useful for communication, and they make up to 10 different facial expressions. And now it's time for some bald Wakari fun facts. They are also known as the bald-headed Wakari, the red Wakari, or scarlet fever Wakari. They wag their tails when excited. Their jaws are very strong, and combined with their fangs, they can crack open some kinds of nuts that other monkeys cannot. The babies are born with gray faces that eventually turn red. And even though they are called Wakaris, their name is spelled Uakari. Feel free to go answer the question about whether a gorilla or grizzly bear would win in a fight. The link is in the description, and you can find it on my website as well. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it and want to hear more, Feel free to subscribe to Alex's Animal Ark on YouTube, or subscribe on Spotify, Deezer, Stitcher, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Castro, Castbox, Podfriend, and iHeartRadio. Feel free to like and follow the Alex's Animal Ark Facebook page, and visit my website by following the link in the description. If there's an animal you would like to hear me cover, please email your name and the animal you want to hear about to the email in the description, and I will add it to the list. Or feel free to leave a comment on YouTube or on the Facebook page with the animal you'd like to hear about if that makes you feel more comfortable. Thank you for coming on this animal adventure. I will see you all again for the next voyage.